How does memory develop so that we learn to tell our own autobiographical stories? We begin to build our memories by linking together pieces of information. In this study, we examine how babies start this process. This study focuses on spreading activation, which is the idea that when one memory is accessed, memories with similar features are also activated. It can be studied by pairing two tasks together when infants tend to remember one for longer than the other. This study aimed to answer the question of whether retrieving the memory of a puppet task involving imitation of an experimenter's actions would allow infants to remember a mailbox task involving visual recognition of animated mailboxes with faces that infants forget more quickly. Infants' memory in the puppet task is assessed by their ability to perform the actions demonstrated by the experimenter, and it is assessed in the mailbox task by tracking their eye gaze. If they remember the mailbox, then when they are presented with a familiar mailbox and a new but similar mailbox, they will spend more than half the time looking at the new mailbox. First, they established how long 6, 12, and 18-month-old babies remember the mailbox task without the puppet. 6 and 12-month-olds remembered the task when tested immediately, but not at 24 hours. 18-month-olds did remember the mailboxes at 24 hours, but not at 1 week. In the second part of the experiment, all of the infants watched a demonstration of the puppet task and were shown one of them animated mailboxes for the first session. In the second session, which was 24 hours later for 6 and 12-month-olds and 1 week later for 18-month-olds, they were first tested on the puppet task and then on the mailbox task. Just pairing these two tasks together was enough for the 18-month-olds to remember the mailbox after 1 week when they otherwise would have forgotten it. But it was not enough for the 6 and 12-month-olds. Giving 12-month-olds an opportunity to practice with the puppet right after the demonstration allowed them to remember the mailbox after 24 hours. Practicing with the puppet was not enough for the 6-month-olds to remember, but when they were given a second demonstration and practice session with the puppet 24 hours after the first, this was able to improve their memory of the mailbox 24 hours after that second session. This shows that spreading activation is possible as young as 6 months old, but younger infants require greater strengthening of the initial memory than older babies. This is great news because it shows that as young as 6 months old, babies are capable of forming these links between information when learning it and holding on to it. By 18 months old, it really doesn't require much help for them to do this on their own. It also illustrates something we might agree with from our own experience as adults, that linking things together with cues like a mnemonic in our mind can make them easier to remember. We are now doing a follow-up study where we use an eye tracker to detect where infants look. For more information about this project and others, please look at our current studies page. Thank you.